time to have a look at our Estuary Box for November 2023. Let's see what our subscribers got, and we are going to kick it off from the top with a popper. That's the Snoop Pop from Fishcraft. Very cool little lure there. It's 4.5 grams, 50 mils. As with all poppers, surface lure, you're going to cast it out, lands on the surface, give it a pause, and just twist the rod tip, and by doing that, it makes the lure go forward in a jerky motion, and the cup face pops, sprays water in front, imitates a fleeing prawn, dying bait fish, some kind of surface activity that's going to attract your bream, flathead around. If there's trevally around, well,
yep,
you hold on tight, because they will hit this and they're going
to try and take
they will head for the horizon. So yeah, that's pretty much the way you work that. You're going to cast it out and just pop it on the surface. Pause every once in a while, especially when you're getting near your structure or boat dock or a pontoon. Just let it pause, and you'll see the swirl. If there's a bream around, you'll see a swirl behind when you stop, and you just wait, and then you just slurp it off the top there. Cool addition for this time of year.
Definitely is. Alright, so something that can, I suppose this one would be considered top water if you use it how I use these sort of things. So these are super slow sinking stick baits, so just a little pencil lure. This Mimic one in particular, I don't know if you can sort of see the shape of it there, but it looks like a little baby squid.
Yeah, shape on the back there.
Yeah, that's it. There we are. So these are like they're kind of different. There's not much action to them. When they're sinking, they sort of flutter side to side. So you can honestly fish it just like that. Put it next to a pole, let it sink down, and something will come and give it a smack. I do like to sort of work it like you're working or walk the dog, get it up near the surface, just walking side to side, and then when something starts to follow it, pause it. And unlike a surface lure, it's going to sink into its mouth, so you get hits usually straight away. While sometimes on the surface poppers and that, they'll swirl it, they'll wait, they don't want it. This is the time to put one of these on. You can fish them too many different ways. Like if I sit here and talk all the different ways of fish with this sinking pencil, it'd go for all day. Just try them out, do all sorts of weird things. Fish it like a soft plastic even. Yeah.
Whiting on the flats.
That's it, whiting on the flats in that size in particular. They're going to crunch it.
And that shape.
But the most common one is honestly that first way I said, put it next to structure, let it flutter down.
Yeah, bream will be all over it. Third lure in the box is from Fish Arrow. One of my little favorites is the Flash J Grub. It's a 3-inch. Now, Fish Arrow are famous for their super realistic looking soft plastics, and this one's no different. You take the J Shad body with that little foil in the belly, and they just added a curl tail onto that. Now I found bream love this, absolutely love it. Now you rig that out on your jig head. You're going to use probably a 1/0. 2/0 might be a bit too big, but I'll go a 1/0, and you want to go as light as you can get away with on the conditions where you're fishing. And I mean, I'll probably throw it on a 1/12.
Yeah, 1/12.
Probably a 1/12, and just let it flutter down the current, and that curl tail is going to do all the work of attracting the fish. You're just going to slowly reel it in or hop it on the bottom, slow retrieve, pause, let it sink, that kind of thing. And the tail action and the flash combined are going to get your flathead and your bream in on that. Real cool soft plastics to have.
Sweet, let's look at another soft plastic. So, Rapala's still new, this range, Crush City, this is the Jerk. Anyone who follows the ABT sort of scene, so the tournaments, will know that this in particular has won a lot already, and considering it's only been out for a few months, that's saying something.
Yeah.
I think this colour in particular may have actually been a player in the Gold Coast round of the ABT. They were fishing this. It's very easy to fish it. Find some skilled fish on the bottom, get about a 1/8 or even heavier jig head, sit it on the bottom. They sit, because they're a TPE, they'll sit straight up like that. So it looks like a fish that's either feeding on the bottom or even a worm coming up. And the bream will search that out, give it a peck, set that hook. Now,
not just the bream, Mick Horn from Rapala has been posting the biggest flathead.
Yeah, massive.
But he's been catching on there as well.
He's been taking him to the fresh. He's been using these everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Being TPE as well, you can stretch them. They're not going to break. And they are salted, so they don't float an insane amount like some of your other TPE brands. So
Kind of like a hybrid plastic TPE, the way it reacts.
yeah, but the colours in the whole range is exceptional. So
Very cool. Right, last lure we got is down on the bottom for your flathead and your brim, and that is a Volt 42 from Demiki, and that's 1/4 of an ounce, 42 mils, your standard vibration lure. So you tie it on, cast it out, let it sink to your desired depth or to the bottom if it's not particularly snaggy, and then you just start your retrieve, and this will just do the vibration for you. There's no need to twitch your rod tip or anything fancy like that. You just do a slow retrieve, and this lure will just shake its way through, and that vibration will attract the fish, and they're going to hit it at pace because you're reeling it in. It's not on a slack line, it's on a tight line. They'll hit it, and most of the time they end up hooking themselves.
yeah,
So real cool lure to have, and especially if you're learning as well. Cast that out around your sand flats and just do a slow retrieve.
definitely. Well, those Volts vibrate more than any other blade
Yeah.
I've used before too. So
Got a very wide head on that. Yeah, so that wraps up the November 23 Estuary Box. If you like what you see and you want to win this exact box, just comment below and just say which lure would you tie on first if you won this box and you're going to be heading out. If you want to sign up, visit our website tackleclub.com.au and choose your one-off box, gift box, monthly subscription. Choose which box is right for you, and until next month, tight lines.
catch you later, guys.